and I'm a senior at Harvard High School with professional careers. I chose to do my research project on environmental stewardship and stewardship. Well, I got involved with this because I personally love volunteering and using my hands to the trees or dirt on mud or digging or reshaping or anything outdoors. I just love being outside. And it's always seemed weird to me that nobody else would come with me when I propose doing something involving with the outdoors. So I've always wondered, why is this? Why do I say this? I wasn't interested. So when they first told us we were going to do this project, I thought automatically have to do volunteering on teenagers. So when I started researching, I came across a very interesting article by Dr. Nancy Ross of Cornell University, which the research shows that adult activists in the green movement now can attribute their careers to experiences they had when they were younger. This got me thinking that if this is true for adults, could it also be true for teenagers? So I set her request, one research and whatever resources she used to create her results, and actually, it was a wonderful visit. She gave me full permission to use her work. Though her research did prove causality between the experiences as a young child and what mine did not, because that would involve way higher level math, which I did not have the skills. So, what is environmental stewardship? Anyone tell me? Any ideas?
Taking care of the earth for future generations and feeling like it's your obligation to do so.
That is way better than mine. I'm just going to go with that one. There's one to her? Yes? Okay, so we're going to move on. Well, it seems that 60% of the volunteers are ages 25 and above, and that's higher than my scope, which I wanted to focus on 13 to about 19 to 20-year-olds. So I was wondering, where else do you think they do that?
Watching on TV.
Facebook. There they are.
Older.
Playing video games, watching TV. Advancements in technology, safety issues, working times, lack of communication, have all combined to create circumstances in which children aren't really interested in going outside. With no connection to nature, they have no love for nature.
Good point.
There is a conflict between being taught something and learning to love something. When you ask children to learn about something, to memorize facts, or actually letting them be hands-on and learn to love it, they become bored, anxious. They don't really pay attention to you. Anybody experience that?
All the time.
Exactly. So there is a quote by John Lester I love. It says, knowledge about love will not stick, but if love comes first, then knowledge will surely follow. My procedure was very simple. I interviewed 20 youth teens as they volunteer at the 2 different park locations. The survey contained 9 questions. This is Dr. Wall's original survey that she used for her research. I did not modify it at all because creating a survey would take a lot of work and a lot of time that I simply did not have. Her scaling was 1 to 4, 1 being never, 2 infrequently, 3 sometimes, and 4 often. There were 20 participants, and depending on their results, the new scaling after adding and choosing all of them, 1 to 6 would be 1, 7 to 12 would count as 2, 13 to 18 would be 3, and 19 to 24 would be often. Question 7 of the survey, remember I told you there were 9? 1 to 6 were the questions I featured before. Question 7 asked students to relate an experience that they had in their life that influenced their ideas of the environment. Questions 8 and 9 asked them to draw pictures. 1 of their favorite place as a child, and the second one was the favorite place now, in present. The pictures, I want to see if the pictures would show a domestic nature area, meaning someplace like a city park that's been touched by human hands, that's been constructed by human beings. Wild nature, meaning like camping ground or anywhere outdoors being mountainous or mountain nature. Here I took Adirondacks and reservations because I talked to them as wild nature. C stood for civilization, meaning the picture was completely man-made. It was a school building, a cafeteria, or even their bedrooms. X was no picture at all because the third was voluntary. Students had an option of drawing the picture or not drawing one. Questions 1 through 6, I placed on. There we go. Please bear with me, I'm not really good at these.
You're moving it.
Oh, okay. I'm sure, right? Yes, thank you. Oh, that's so little. Can everyone hear me? Yes. Good. All right. The scaling was 0 to 4, as I mentioned before. Now, this web is tricky. It's a spider web. It goes, the scaling, see this 4? It goes all the way around. So any point on the graph represented a different student's response. The different colors, question 1, 4, and 5 pertain to domestic nature, and questions 2, 3, and 6 were wild nature. As you can see, the domestic nature areas, the yellow, the blue, the red, are scored higher, meaning the students participated more in this area. In Dr. Wells' research, the students, the adults participated more in wild nature activities. So her research showed that wild nature has a greater impact on the experiences the children when they have children than domestic nature. But since we live in New York City, wild nature isn't very common now, is it? So domestic nature plays a higher role in shaping the scene. My research shows that you really don't have to take your children hiking or into the Adirondacks to get them to love nature. Simple things as are featured in question in the domestic nature area, like planting flowers, taking them to parks, just having them have a connection with nature will truly influence the love of nature. And once you learn to love something, you will truly want to take care of it.
True.
Don't you take care of things you love? So here's our plan. We're going to unplug. See right there? Take it out. Why is technology key, even though there's no cord? We're going to go outside. We're going to run outdoors. I know parents are working. Just an hour. Hour a day can do so much. Walk outside, go hiking, spend some quality time together. What are the benefits? Well, healthier and happier children who will listen, future activists, and enough we can all share. Now, who wouldn't want that? These are special thanks to people who truly helped me make this project what it is. And this is to the future of the movement. Thank you. No? Thank you. Oh, you?
Okay, you blew me away, but there was one correlation that this is a correlation. You in your analysis, in your data, you were saying that if a youngster grew up in concrete jungle, and you just had some quasi small environmental settings that have a few green plants, that should weigh heavily on the outcome of the individual compared to those that grew up in that natural woody or planty environment like in the Adirondacks and so forth of state New York. Do you think that that correlation does pan out to be as the data suggested?
You misunderstood me. I stated that Dr. Wells' research showed that wild nature had a greater impact on those that she surveyed. Since wild nature does not with this in your city too, because we simply don't have it around. The legislature plays more of a role in shaping their ideas of what nature is and their connections. So to bring in connection, if you have wild nature, you form a connection to it. If you have connected nature, that is what influences it. I'm not saying that one nature is better than the other.
You should
because
stop right
nature-
there now. You should stop. Let me tell you why you should stop. Because you do understand the research. There was a question to tell me whether you understood the research. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.